Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Underwater Fly Zone podcast. It's your host, Foster Huggins. We got an amazing guest on today's episode. And before we get into the guest, I want to drop some March dates. We have a ton coming up for you in March, so make sure to listen for the next couple seconds as I ramble through these. It's going to be a crazy month. March 1st, this coming Sunday. Actually, it would be yesterday because this is dropping next week. But the Cheetah hoodies are restocked. They're back on the website, uwfz.store. Free shipping code YLIWL26, all caps. Go get the Cheetah hoodies. They're probably all gone, but if they're not, yeah, they're on the website right now. Anyways, March 5th, Marshall High School, we coming, baby. I'm going to be talking to y'all in the afternoon of your school day. March 6th, 9th grade center in the Ray-Peck High School, the Ray-Peck School District. I'll be there at the 9th grade center. I'm excited for that as well. March 7th, 3 days in a row. We're going back to back to back. March 7th, we got Diamond Nutrition in Lee Summit. Make sure to pop out, y'all. I cannot wait for March 7th. Got a little bit of a week off. If anybody wants to fill my calendar on March 14th, right now I got nothing, man. Nothing. So Saturday, March 14th, if you want to have us come pop up at your spot, the date is open. So hit your boy up. Anyways, the next week, March 21st. I've been working for this one for a minute. Over a year of work has gone into this one. LSR 7 at Lee Summit West. I'm coming for y'all. Every single high school student in the LSR 7 school district, pop out. We'll be at Lee Summit West hosting our event, and I cannot wait for it, man. I'm telling you. I've been grinding for this one. And we finally got it to work out. And then the next day, we'll be at Royal Nutrition in Lee Summit doing a pop-up for some merch. Make sure to come out to that as well. A couple more. All right, we're almost done. March 26th, all my Omaha homies, anybody out in Omaha, if you're in high school, I'm coming to speak at a conference that 50 Omaha high school students will be at, so you might hear us. We're also doing a live podcast recording there. That's going to be crazy, man. I'm excited for that one. March 28th, I'll be in Dallas, Texas. All right? And that's it. That's it. So, yeah, make sure to tap in with us. It's going to be a good month, and today is going to be an amazing episode to kick off this awesome month. We got Conrad Hawley in the building. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. Appreciate being here.
Dude, I appreciate you being here, man. This is going to be a good time. This is going to be a good time, man. So let me give you guys a little intro here. Me and Conrad go way back. I think the last time that he was over at my house was for a backyard football game.
Yep.
Yeah, like 10 years ago or a long time ago, man.
Yep.
So it's crazy because me and Conrad kind of grew up neighborhood rivals.
For sure.
Great. We had some great childhoods. Our homies, we loved wiffle ball, backyard football.
Soccer.
Basketball. We never got the basketball game in.
No, we didn't.
But to be honest, it's because we knew we were going to get absolutely cooked. So we'll give them the win on that by default, man. Right now we declare it, but yeah, dude. So we kind of grew up neighborhood rivals, but today we collaborate once a month.
Yep, once a month we go to lunch and share ideas. And you know, you're a speaker, I'm a speaker, both younger guys, and both in an area where you don't know that many speakers around.
Exactly.
And so it's pretty cool to be here together. So
yes, sir. Yeah, we have a very unrelatable career we're going into, you know what I'm saying? And so I remember seeing your Snap or your Instagram story.
Yep.
And you had a post of you speaking at, I don't even remember what, but
I
was like, this dude's speaking?
Yeah.
Let's go. I slid up on it and I was like, dude, we should go to lunch. Hit me back and you were like, let's do it, bro. So we went out to eat and I left that first meeting thinking, man, did I just waste this dude's time? But then the next month he says, bro, you were spitting game last time. I got a couple of speaking gigs off to your advice. And I was like, all right, bet. And then that time he was cooking for me. It's just been.
Yeah, it's like a ping pong, just back and forth.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir, man.
Absolutely, bro.
So I'm grateful for you, bro.
Yeah, I'm grateful for you too, dude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited to get you on here today.
Yep.
A lot of you probably do know this, man. If there's any Iowa State Cyclone fans out here, we got the Iowa State colors behind us. This man is the CEO.
Yeah.
What is it? Chief Energy Officer.
Chief Energy Officer. Yep.
So let's just start there. How'd that happen? What's up with that? What's up? How'd the name come about?
So it was my first year at Iowa State, and I was just trying to fit in.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't played basketball in 3 years. Like I hadn't even really played pickup. So I'm like, dude, how do I fit in? And what do I do? So I practiced. I was like, dude, I'm just gonna try really hard. Yeah, and, they're all bigger than me, faster than me, stronger than me, better than me, smarter than me, probably tougher than me. So it's like, I'm just going to be like this crazy guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to drink a Bang energy drink every day and just go crazy. So, so I would do that. And then before our first game, we're practicing how to come in and out of the game, how to talk to the official, how to talk to your teammates, how to talk to coach. high five, standing up, like we're just like a dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
Well, then you have like assigned seats.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, this guy sits here, this guy sits here. Well, eventually I'm the only dude standing, and it's the last seat on the bench, and it's got like, a sign on it that says Chief Energy Officer. And I was like, oh, damn, that's corny.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so goofy. And I was actually thinking, like, all my buddies from back home are like Kansas football, like I'm a clown. But I really liked it because like my coach, he would just say, look, if we're flat, your fault.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not grateful to be here, you're not grateful to, have free food, free clothes, strength and conditioning coach, the best facilities on the planet, people pouring into you. If we're not doing that, it's your fault. If we're not ready to play, if we're, just trying to survive stuff, not attack stuff, your fault. And, at the time I was like, well, dude, I'm paying out-of-state tuition. It's like $40,000 a year. Like, that's an expensive job.
No,
but
definitely, bro.
But I loved it, and it was just super tangible. So, like throughout that journey, I learned, how to be a leader, but then also had some setbacks along the way. So that's how the name came about.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to allow these listeners, the audience, to really get to know you today. I want to start just by letting you share your story.
Yeah.
You can really start wherever you want, but I'm just interested to kind of hear, how you went from the dude I knew you as, little kid in the backyard throwing the football around, hitting a wiffle ball, to a speaker. You've spoken probably just as many, if not more, places than I have.
Yeah.
And you as well have been a D1 quarterback, a D1 CEO, you know what I'm saying? And a state champion, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to hear your story, bro. That's what I want to start this out as.
Cool, yeah. So, I was a freshman. I'll just start like at my freshman year in high school. So playing both sports, like don't really know anything about like leadership or like how to be a good teammate, but just like love to compete. Definitely super cocky. Like I like all the cool shit, like Nike, all that stuff, like, into all the things. And then my sophomore year, still playing. Then I'm starting to play varsity in both sports. So now I think I'm really cool, and I'm like, I got a car and stuff. So, it's just life is good. And then my junior year, our team gets better. And so anytime in sports, like when your team is good, you get more eyes, especially going into the next thing. Yeah. So I'm starting to get recruited, and then, COVID happens like my junior year. Yeah. And they're like, hey, if you work really, really hard, and, you get heavier, you get stronger, you could be a good quarterback. So I was like, okay, cool. So I would invite my teammates over to my house, and I would like teach them the playbook, like just like in a place like this. Yeah. And I was like, this is March. By the time we get there to August, I'll just have the offensive coordinator tell me all the plays. Yeah. And I'll teach them. And so that way we don't have to waste any time. Yeah. And then we'll go to like Rec Park or Grandview High School, because you couldn't get over at Ray Peck. Like everything was locked up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we'd like sneak on the field, run the plays, and like put ourselves through practice, because we were like, dude, we're going to win a state championship. We're going to, get better. Like we're going to do great. And so going into my senior year, like all those things happen, and we have a great year. And then like I personally won like all the accolades I could win, like as a person, like, first team All-State, Conference Player of the Year, the Simone Award winner. So it's like, I'm winning all these things, and now I really think I'm cool. And like life is definitely about me, and like I am the shit. And like, I got like swagger when I walk, like, like I think I can do everything and beat everything. So then I go to Kansas, and I'm like, I'm going to start day one. Yeah. Like they just won 0 games. Like there's no way these guys can be good.
Yeah. Kansas football was in shambles.
Total shambles. Yeah. And so I'm like, I'm going to start day one. And then I get there, and I threw with the guys for the first time, and I was like, dude, I got no shot. Like no shot. And that was like my first, like on my journey of like self-awareness. Like who am I? Who do I want to be? That was like the first step. I'm not as good as I think I am. Yeah. And then like the quarterback coach who offered me and recruited me left like a week later, and then 2 months later, Les Miles, the head coach, he got fired. So they brought him in interim staff, so new OC, new head coach, new quarterback coach. They got fired in May. Yep. So now I skipped senior year basketball. I skipped the prom. I'm skipping all these things you do as a high school senior, and I'm just kind of lost because I wanted social media. I wanted blue check mark on Instagram. Damn, I wanted a blue check mark so bad.
And now you just pay for it.
That's right. I actually have a funny story on that, but
we'll get back to that.
Yeah, so I was like, and then I want attention. I want NIL money. I want the coaches, focused on me.
Yeah.
And so like at 18 years old, like all these things happen. But again, I'm still this like kind of naive and cocky kid.
Mm-hmm.
So then when, the next 6 months of fall camp and the football season, none of these things happen. And then now I'm victim mentality. Like everything's about me. I'm selfish. I lie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I am like just blaming everyone and everything else.
Yeah.
And so what do you do when you're that type of person? You quit.
Mm-hmm.
And so I quit football, and I actually came back home to Raymore. And, I was just at home, and I got challenged by my family. They're like, look, dude, you're not allowed to, be around here just moping around and with no plan and no goals. Like you just went from this super driven person who's going to conquer the world, and then now you're at rock bottom.
Yeah.
Like you got to get going again. So I moved to Fort Collins, Colorado, and I worked 3 jobs. So I worked so I worked as a pool boy so I could work out at a gym for free. I worked at Genesis Health Clubs. And then I worked at a restaurant so I could make some tip money and have like free dinner every night.
Yeah. And
then I worked at like a retail store so I get like bi-weekly paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would train quarterbacks on the side to like make some money. So like, 5 to 8 a.m. I'd work out, and then 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'd work like 6 days a week. Like the 7th day I wouldn't work out, and I would just do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that for like 6 months, and I was like, who do I want to be? Like, how do I want to handle things? What type of person do I want to be? Who do I want to be in my life anymore?
Yeah.
How do I want to interact with people? So I was like, I've been selfish. I've been mentally weak. So going forward, I'm going to be selfless, and I'm going to become mentally tough. That was like a big deal for me.
Yeah.
So I read all types of books. I did all the hard workouts. I would call people and be like, look, I apologize for this. I would just call them.
Just call people.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd just call them and be like, look, I lied to you about this. Like, I'm sorry. And I would, if it made me feel uncomfortable and sick to my stomach, I would do it. Because I was like, that's what I need to do. So I did that for like 6 months, but then I got lonely. I was like, dude, I have no friends out here. I had some family, but I mean, they're busy with their own life, so not particularly. And I just missed going to school. I missed being challenged. I missed being a part of a team. I missed homework. Like just funny enough. So I got the chance to go to Iowa State, and I kind of told you the story about the first year. Like I just really wanted to fit in. I really wanted to work hard, do that. So my first year, I'm just learning all those things. And then like the program was just, they loved me. They loved the guy like that. That culture, that university loves that type of person. So I was like, man, this is great. And then my second year, I was voted like a commander on the team. So it's like between the players and the coaches, there was 2 guys voted as like a leader. Like they do everything else, but then they bring people along with them. So me and one of my teammates named Rob. And so now I'm like a leader on the team. And after the game, I would give presentations to the team. Like
really?
As a coach. And mind you, some coaches don't get to give presentations.
Yeah.
I would give the pregame speech. I would talk in the huddle as if I was a coach coaching the players. I would practice with them. I would get in the games from here and there. I was just totally ingrained, and I really felt like a leader, like I had built something. I had status, like all these things.
Yeah.
And so after that second year was great. We won a Big 12 championship, went to a Sweet 16. I was definitely, again, now like I'm the man snuck back in. And now because I was a walk-on, I was like, well, we have an open scholarship. I deserve a scholarship.
Yeah.
I deserve NIL. I do more for the team than this person.
And I'm paying to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, definitely, kind of let all that love and attention and kind of like notoriety
started creeping back in a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, I'll actually never forget the day I woke up. It was January 1st. I woke up. I had a blue check mark on Instagram. I was like, oh,
they gave it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So, but just stuff like that was happening a lot. And I was like, man, like now all that stuff's back.
Yeah.
And my coach, he really liked me. He was great to me. He's a great guy and just he's a great coach. And he was like, look, dude, like your body keeps getting banged up. We understand that this is your job in basketball. You don't have to practice anymore. Mind you, my first year we would wear this thing called a catapult, which is like a sports bra that tracks all your movement. Yeah. And he wanted me to look like I was practicing the hardest, even though I didn't get the most reps. So every time I wasn't in practice my first year, I would run up and down the whole practice.
Really?
Yep. line to line, line to line,
Okay.
line to line. And he wanted to be like, look, Conrad is above you 4 guys. He practices harder than you. Why shouldn't I play him over you? You don't play hard enough.
Yeah.
So that's what I did my first year.
Okay.
And a little bit of that my second year. And then going in my third year, he's like, you don't have to practice. You don't have to run at all. You're good, bro. And he was like, all these basketball lifts that you don't necessarily like to do, you'd like to do a different type of workout. You go do your own different type of workout.
Okay.
So I was like, dude, this is great. Like, I get to do my own thing.
Yeah.
I don't have to kind of, do any of this BS anymore.
Uh-huh.
And I get to just go play golf. I get to go have fun.
Uh-huh.
So I did that for like the summer. And he was really hard on me all summer. I didn't really realize it. I didn't really get it. Like, I was just like, dude, whatever. Why is this dude talking to me? Like, whatever. And so then in September, every year we have really hard workouts.
Yeah.
And like, they're hard, but you got to do them perfect. So it's like 30 reps. So you like run down the soccer field, you do some workout, but you got to do the workout perfect. And then you got to complete the reps and everything in a certain amount of time. Yeah. And then you go back. So you do that 30 straight times and it takes like an hour. Uh-huh. And so, my first 2 years, I never failed. And typically the first time it happens of the September, 2 or 3 guys pass, and then 5 guys pass, and then 8 guys pass, and the whole team passes, and then you're done for the year.
Yeah.
And so I had passed every single time, which was like,
dang, dude.
like a maybe this is just a joke, but like a program record or something. Like, I was good at it. So we go into my third year. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I'm like, now I'm doing my own workouts. I'm doing my own running. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna freaking pass this thing.
Yeah, I've done it every time. Yeah.
So we get done, and again, they don't tell you if you fail or not until after.
Yep.
He's like, he'll stand everybody in line. He'll be like, everybody step forward. So he's like, these 2 names step forward. My name wasn't there. So now I'm pissed. And now I'm like, boom, I go right back to being a victim, right back to blaming people, right back to making excuses. So the second workout comes, fail again. And now he's on me hard. I'm having meetings in his office. I'll kick you off the team. You're not doing good enough. You need to get better. Yep. You need to get back in the fight. You need to do all these things. So the third time goes, fail again. And at this point in time, they're like, your lateral bear crawls weren't good enough. You when you were doing side shuffles, you weren't low enough.
So they're nitpicking really
They
hard.
are. Yeah, they want me to be perfect.
Yeah.
Which in the moment I was like, this is so stupid, but then afterwards is exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
So I get back 4th time, I pass, and they're like, all that stuff, all that equity that you had built and that you spent, it's gone. You need to build more. You need to go back to being a leader. We need the guy who's the first year guy. Yeah. So I did all that for a few months. I gave my best listening. I wanted to give everything I had. I also wanted to change from being this crazy yeller screamer guy to also like, how am I a leader without yelling and screaming and blowing an air horn every day? Yeah. And then the first game, I put my hand in a guy's arm to steal the ball, and he like chicken winged me and just popped my shoulder.
No way.
Yeah, and so I had some shoulder stuff before I came out a few times, but they're like, look, you need surgery. So I was like, oh, dang. So I got shoulder surgery. I was out the whole year. And it was just like this like kind of weird ending. Like, I felt like I kind of got better, but then I was just kind of hurt all year. So it's hard to be in the fight as a leader if you're not practicing every day, if you're not with them. And so then I graduated. I was like, man, what do I want to do with my life? Well, I had already started speaking in college.
Yep, just for the team afterwards.
Yeah. Well,
or were you doing even on other stuff too?
Yeah, like my first year at Iowa State, I was go speak to a baseball team or school or whatever. So I was doing that, and I was like, everything I've done in my life, I worked really hard to be like average, above average. Yeah. But this speaking stuff, I'm good. Like I know how to do it. I know how to tailor a message. I don't stutter. I get in there, I can do my thing. Like, this is my jam. Yeah. And so I was like, I'm just going to start speaking. Yep. And so in, August, by the time August rolled around, I had 2 gigs like booked. And I had no clue of like how to book gigs, who to contact, what price structure is.
You just knew how to talk.
Just how to talk.
Man, keep going, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's the hardest part. Yeah. A lot of people don't figure out that part. Yeah. But I knew how to do that, but all the other stuff, I had no clue. And then eventually now it's like, in August I was like, man, I have 2 left for the whole year. And it's like in March I'll speak 12 times. Yeah. And so it's like now I've gone to a thing and I've probably spoken over 100 times now and just been doing it a ton. And I tell people all the time, people are like, who do you speak to? I'm like, dude, when I say different audiences, I mean different. Yeah. Like I've spoken to Power 5 football teams. I will speak to another one, this month. And and then I'll speak to a JV girls golf team.
Yeah.
And then I'll speak to a fraternity, and then I'll speak to a Fortune 500 company,
Yep.
and then I'll speak to the state bank with 5 employees.
Yep.
And it's just weird. Like, it's not like a weird hodgepodge, but it's just 100 different speeches, 100 different times, 100 different audiences, 100 different messages. And yeah, that now I go around speaking to people on leadership, team building, teamwork, mental toughness, mental health, sometimes in a different light than you do.
Yeah.
Purpose, personal growth, accountability. That's just what I talk to people about.
Yeah.
And try to make it as personal as possible. I don't sell a book. I don't have a QR code. I don't have referrals. I just try to go in there and do a great job. And then over time, I've learned how to be more vulnerable and more vulnerable and more vulnerable, and how to connect more. And then also how to be there for people. I mean, now almost every time I speak now, at the end, I give my contact information out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you need me for anything, I'm a third-party best friend. Like, when I go to bed tonight, I won't think about you.
Yeah.
I tell those people all the time. Like tonight, when I go to bed, I'm not going to think about you.
Yeah.
I'm going to think about whatever is coming the next day.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's really nice in life to reach out to somebody when they don't have skin in your game.
Yep.
And they don't know anything about you. So I tell people all the time, just, dude, put your problems on me. I'll have your back. And now, the last 5 or 6 times I've spoken, I get multiple text messages every time. I get to be there for others. So that's what I do now. And yeah, that's my story.
In a weird way, I feel like as you were talking, I can relate with your whole, almost your whole story in a way, dude.
Yeah.
Like definitely in a much different way. I've never been on a basketball team. I didn't make it in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But man, it's just crazy because you went from, as you said, someone that you felt you were cocky and full of yourself in this, and then you've taken self-accountability, which is the first thing at our first time we met up at Johnny's back then. Because I remember as a kid, I did think Conrad is a little cocky, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you thought the same about me in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember the first time we sat down, I was like, this dude has done some serious self-work. Like, this dude has really taken self-development seriously. And over time, I don't keep up with a whole lot of people on Instagram, but I see stuff from people. One thing I saw from you a while back, probably 2023, was just a post talking about how it's my fault, or it was something like that. This is my fault, and how you were taking self-accountability. And I was like, I noticed that. And then when we met at Johnny's, I noticed that as well. Yeah. And then as you were talking, man, it's just incredible to see because, I would say impacts on the other side of vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? Like vulnerability truly is like the key that unlocks a true impact when we're speaking. And it's hard to have that when you haven't done that work internally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And man, I don't know. I'm just proud of you, bro, for real. Like from the outside looking in. Yeah. Killing it, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
You're killing it.
Thank you.
So we're going to take a quick time out. That camera's got to be switched every 30 minutes, and then we're going to hop back in here. But great start.
Okay. Heck yeah, bro. Yep.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So, dude, incredible story. I learned a lot that I didn't know. So that is awesome. I'm sure everyone watching learned a lot as well. Yeah. I just had a question. So whenever you were at Iowa State, I never realized that it ended kind of rocky because in my understanding, it ended at the Big 12 tournament when you dunked on. Didn't you dunk on somebody or something like that?
No.
Was that not you?
No, that was not me.
Man, I thought. Did you not get in the game at the Big 12 tournament though?
No. So like Coach he'd always be great to me. Like if there's a time when I could get in the game or something like that, I would do that.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know. I might have gotten to the Big 12 tournament this year, but after having shoulder surgery, I wasn't really even cleared to play until after the season. So if I got to sneak in the game, it wasn't for very long, and I would just try and shoot it, probably miss. But
really, dude. Yeah. Okay, so I thought I had done my research. Dude. Okay, because I saw a video and I thought it was you, bro. Yeah, getting subbed in at the end of the game. Oh man,
I wish that'd be like the coolest thing ever.
Dang. So it ended kind of rocky. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's just like
just health wise.
Yeah, that like health wise, but also like as a leader, like having a leadership failure or coming up short or feeling like I could have done more. And there was definitely like I would 100% say I had like some sort of senioritis. Like, we do the same thing every day. And that program, literally, you do the same thing every day.
Yeah.
And I've been getting up, for the past 3 years, 11 months out of the year, we're going to get up at 5:45, 6 days a week. and coach will make you do stuff on Saturday, so you can't go out on Friday night either.
Yep.
Yeah, like just doing that over and over and over again, and then even being injured. Like, dude, what's the point? Like, I'm just here in a sling, watching dudes play basketball. I've watched a lot of basketball, especially being the worst player on the team. I've been doing a lot of watching. You know, just definitely like coming up short in that way, and then handling certain situations not like, you know, like a man, like handling it like a boy. But all those things were great, and have, you know, this next chapter of life, and you know, being the age I am now and doing what I'm doing now, learning all those lessons were crucial. Yeah, definitely. And I think, you know, anytime you fail and anytime you do bad and anytime that it doesn't go your way, that's the whole point. You know, because everything just went your way all the time, it wouldn't be very fun.
Yeah, most definitely. When things don't go your way, that's when you learn the most. Absolutely.
And I think that a lot of people today and a lot of people in general think like losing's the enemy. That's your teacher.
Most definitely, like, bro.
Yeah,
most definitely.
I've never learned anything from winning other than I'm awesome.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
That's all you learn from winning.
Exactly, man.
Absolutely, man.
Exactly. And think about it, winning, like thinking back to high school, your senior year, you guys won state.
Yep.
That probably did a lot for the community, you know. Right back won state. I was hyped up. I'm like, dude, we never won anything when I was there, man. Yeah, so y'all come out and win state, but then what it did for you in a way was inflated you to a point where you go to KU and things don't go your way, and now you didn't know how to overcome that. But then when things didn't go your way at KU, you had been able to learn that lesson and take it with you into Iowa State. And then I didn't even know you were in Colorado. That's a crazy that's a crazy thing I didn't know about.
Dude. Yeah, I lived in Fort Collins, and I had this little apartment, and it was like 600 square feet. I couldn't even open the you couldn't open like the shared washing room door and the fridge at the same time because the kitchen was so small. But it was supposed to be like $1,300 a month. This is like 6 years ago, mind you, or 4 years, or however long it was. Which is a lot. But I actually got $400 off because I didn't make $20,000 a year. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, it was like government subsidized. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So yeah, man. So
why Colorado though? You just up and left?
Yeah. I just literally just packed my car and left. Yeah, I mean, I just love the mountains. I still love the mountains. I got to go to Colorado like a month ago. So definitely, that's like, you know, when I make it in life, I'll just go live there.
Definitely.
And that's just my jam. Love Colorado. So
that's fire, bro.
Yeah.
So then I always have wondered, how did you end up, because D1 quarterback, then D1 basketball. How in the world did that go down? I mean, and then that break in between. So how'd you even end up at Iowa State?
So I wanted to play basketball again.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get in better shape. Like I wanted to just get better at running.
Yeah. And
so I played on a good AAU team in high school called Milcan.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously people around here know I'm really good, national program, all that stuff. And I was like, hey, could you guys like get me on a team?
Yeah.
You know, and they were like, do you want to play, you want to be a low major guy and maybe get like $3,000 scholarship at Missouri State?
Yep.
Or do you want to, you know, go play with the big boys? I was like, hell yeah, I want to go play with the big dogs.
Most definitely. Yeah. You got to be at Allen Fieldhouse. You got to, Ames itself is insane.
Yeah.
KU just got whooped up there.
Yeah. I was at that game. It was awesome.
You were there?
Yeah.
Abe Peterson, at least he actually played.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he sees this, love you, bro, but man, come on now.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, hey, I want to play at this for the best, and they kind of knew what I wanted to do. They're like, this is a discipline program. It gets you a lot better. They take pride in these things. I was like, you know, I've never been that person before, but I want to become that person. I want to take pride in these things. Iowa State like programs your brain. Is brainwashing, dude. Like every day you'll have a presentation. And every year it changes, or every couple weeks it changes, but it'll start the presentation with like the same 3 words. And like I just remember this very clearly. Listen, focus, competitive endurance. The best players listen. And then after they get the information, they focus. And then when they get tired, they have competitive endurance, meaning they do their job no matter how long they're tired for, no matter what they're doing. Yeah. So like in my life, I take that, to heart. Like today I got a root canal.
Yeah.
And I was like right before this, and I was like, but nope, I got to hit this mile. So
dude literally got a root canal today.
Yeah.
And he ran a mile afterwards, and now he's here. That's insane.
Yeah. So I was
competitive endurance.
That's right. And then after this, I'm going to go run a few more miles. I'm going to go to work. It's my stepmom's birthday tonight. And you're going to celebrate her and then go to bed. But that's like, it's rewired in your brain.
Yeah.
And so honestly, I just, like, now that I go throughout my day-to-day life, I can't understand why people do certain things because I've been programmed a certain way.
Yeah, I understand that.
And that's like where my empathy needs to be better, because I'll just look at people and be like, dude, how do you do that? But it's like, oh, for 3 years of their life, this didn't get beat into them.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyways, so how did I get there? So I was actually, we had an AAU tournament that was before the EYBL ones. We were playing in Arkansas. It was like a warm-up tournament. And we played on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I had an Elite 11 quarterback competition on Sunday, which is a huge day for me. Like, as a high school quarterback. Like, you throw well at this Elite 11 quarterback, like, you're good.
Yeah.
Your recruiting's good. So I was super stressed. I kind of had some really bad camp performances up until this point. Like, I needed to rebound. Like, I got invited to this big thing. Like, I needed to do good. So I asked the team, I was like, can I take the tournament off and just prepare for this? Because that was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And so it was like a 4-hour drive. So it'd be a 4-hour drive to Arkansas, 4-hour drive to St. Louis, 4-hour drive back home.
Yeah, triangle.
Yeah, so that's also a lot on your parents too.
Most definitely.
And so I was like, can I take it off? They're like, no, we want you there. It's like, okay. So Friday I go, didn't play a second. And like, this was a team where I was probably the 7th man, 8th man. So I'm going to get 10, 15 minutes a game.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday goes, we have 2 games or maybe 3. Didn't play a second again.
Really?
Didn't play a second. And so Sunday morning we get up at like 4 a.m. because I got to be at the place by 8.
Yeah.
Drive there at 8. Throw terrible. I threw like shit.
Yeah.
Go home disappointed in both things.
Mm-hmm.
But still showed up. Still followed out with my commitments with MoCan. I wasn't butthurt about it. I was being a good teammate.
Yeah.
And they were like, we literally remember that moment, like, of you being such a great teammate. And you could have skipped. You could have been upset about it, but you worked us in, and you didn't even play a second. Like, it showed your commitment level to us.
Yeah.
And so we're like, anywhere we can get you, we'll get you. And so there was a connection I had. He was the assistant coach at Tennessee. And I was like, oh, dude, I'm going to go to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be awesome. Are you kidding me, dude? Like,
that'd be crazy, man.
That'd be like the coolest college experience ever.
Yep,
like, just like the people, the culture. I'm like, dude, I'm going to Tennessee, man. 10 hours away from home. Like, I can't wait.
Dude, their warm-ups you would have got and everything, man. That's the best colorway, too. That orange and white.
Oh, it's awesome. And so like, I want to go to Tennessee. And then it kind of fell through. And then I get a call from this guy named Kyle Green. It's Iowa State. He's like, hey, do you want to come to Iowa State? Do you want to be a Cyclone? I was like, I don't know anything about their basketball team. I got no clue their success, no clue anybody's names. I was like, hell yeah, I'll do that. It beats what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah, because, every day I'm just going to work and, working a ton of hours. And I'm like, dude, I want to go do something. And so I end up at Iowa State. And then, after the first, the first summer goes on, I'm like, this is great. Well, coach comes up to me, and he hadn't really talked to me that much at this point. And I learned later on, if he doesn't talk to you very much, you're doing something right.
Okay.
Because he's talking to you all the time. He's like, he's upset with you. He wants you to do better. It's like, man, this dude doesn't talk to me very much. So he must really like me. But he was like, hey, I just want to let you know, you made the team. And I was like, dude, I already have an apartment here. I'm sure at that point in time, I'm like, oh man, I'm in the community, and I'm like, what? I made the team. I didn't know this was a tryout.
Yeah, you were like, okay, thank you.
So then just ended up at Iowa State, and then I stayed there for 3 years until I finished my degree, and then I actually have 3 years of eligibility remaining.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so my first year I got a COVID year because I graduated early. I was last semester, so I got a COVID. And I also redshirted at Kansas, so that year didn't count. So there's 2. And then this last year I had a medical redshirt because I missed the whole year with shoulder surgery.
Oh, yeah.
So I
never knew that either, bro. You could go back right now?
I could go back and play somewhere for 3 years. Yeah.
But, okay.
No, but I
say,
absolutely don't want to.
Yeah.
No, I actually really like life now.
Yeah.
So, I'm good. That ship has sailed. But, it's another thing that not very many people know, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, bro. 3 years eligibility.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy. And
yeah.
now these days you could go to get drafted in the NBA
Yeah.
and then come back.
Which is crazy.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is
Paul
ridiculous.
Pierce could come back and play.
Yeah.
I think I heard
he
something.
probably could.
He
Yeah.
probably could.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
legend right there.
It's crazy, man.
He should go play for my Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. That would be legendary.
Yeah, that would.
That's
would, bro.
crazy.
Yeah,
So
man,
3 more
yeah.
years eligibility. Okay, but obviously you're not going into that. Do you want to share with everybody what your future plans are? Or?
I mean, just trying to speak as much as possible.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And get as good as that as I can, and then, maybe might go down a cool path while I'm young, and see if that works out. But we'll see, man. Just want to keep grinding the speaking
Definitely,
stuff. So,
definitely.
yeah.
Understand, bro.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro. So, okay, I got so many like boring speaking questions we could talk
Yeah,
about,
go ahead.
but for the sake of the audience, I want to
Yeah.
save those till after this next question I want to ask is, what was the coolest memory being a D1 athlete? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously KU football has not had too many. We almost had a cool memory, the TCU game, and the College Game Day came out, and then we took the L. So that's.
I was at that game.
You were at that game?
Yeah.
Man, we actually hang in there though.
Yeah. Man, coolest memory.
I would assume it'd be an Iowa State one if I had to guess.
Yeah, for sure. Iowa State, like, dude, we had just had so many fun things. Like my first year, we beat the #1 team in the country at Phil Knight's tournament, and every 5 years on his birthday, he has it. So we were like the PK 85 or 80, so he was 80 or 85 years old. So we got to tour the Nike campus and beat the #1 team, North Carolina, and then we actually lost to UConn. They won the national championship.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That first year, we had so many great games at Hilton. And then my second year, we obviously, like, going to the Sweet 16 was awesome.
Yeah.
Winning a Big 12 championship was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
We played Houston that day, and we beat them by like 30, and they were the #1 team in the country.
Yeah.
So that was really cool too, and just all those experiences and memories were great. And then my third year, we went to Maui Invitational. And we were beating Auburn by 20 at half. They were also #1 team in the country. Ended up losing on a tip-in buzzer beater.
Oh, man.
And then that whole year, we were like the #2 team in the country.
Yeah.
It was us and Auburn. And every game we played, we just got the other team's best.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, so you're talking about being a Kansas basketball fan. Like, I can't imagine doing that for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's way easier being the hunter than the hunted.
Most definitely.
And my first 2 years, we were the hunter.
Yeah.
Like, we just sneak up on people and be like, oh, Iowa State plays hard defense and they're scrappy.
Yep.
That was it.
Yeah.
Then this year, it was like, they're a juggernaut. We're going to make 23s tonight, storm the court. So it was just dealing with that. But honestly, like, my favorite memory was just, like, the locker room.
Yeah.
Like,
I bet it.
Oh,
yeah. I
so,
bet that was it.
I miss that so much. And, like, seeing my teammates, like, I got to see 2 of my old teammates the other day, and it was just, like, it did something for my soul.
Yeah.
Like, it made me feel so good, and like, you laugh with them, you cry with them, you sweat with them, you do really hard stuff.
Yeah.
Like, college sports is a job, and I mean, I was the worst player on the team, and I felt pressure to perform, pressure to be a good teammate, pressure to be a leader, pressure to earn your keep, and be a good person and good student. And so, developing that with them, and like the bus rides, like just going on bus rides, and then all the other stuff that we would do on our own. And
I can only imagine, bro. I can only imagine.
That was just like that. Those are the best memories.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
did you ever get the court stormed on you? I mean, I'm sure you. Yeah, Iowa State had to.
Yeah, so we got court storm. We played at West Virginia, at Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State probably had like 6 fans in there.
Yeah, it was somehow still loud there, which is crazy.
Yeah,
we always play bad against them. But
West Virginia, they court storm like 6 times a year, dude.
Yeah.
They are. I feel like they're always beating Kansas when Kansas is out there, beating any.
Yeah,
that's a hard place to play.
It is so hard. Some arenas are so hard to play. Some are just like, what the heck? But
yeah.
And then it was maybe one more. I think we got court storm when we lost to Arizona. That dude hit like a 75-foot shot.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I think we got court storm then too. But yeah, they did a good job of like putting the security guards.
I was gonna say, what's it like? Because every time Duke gets court stormed, their coach is crying. You know what I'm saying?
I think like we would just get out of there quick.
Yeah,
and, no one's saying anything to me because I'm just the guy waving the towel on the bench.
But people are saying stuff to your players and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, one time we were at Baylor, and and we lost. We should have won because our guy made a shot.
Yeah.
And his finger was still on it, just like right as the clock went off, and so the shot didn't count. And as we're walking out, people were just throwing water on us.
Really?
Yeah, that was like the courtside people like sitting behind our bench were just chucking water on us. And you can't like go back there and be like tough guy and like fight them.
Yeah, you can't go all DK Metcalf
on them. No, that's
bro.
just you can't do that. But that was interesting. So yeah.
Man, that is crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Me and my family, we always say like the best job would be a backup quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like you get to be a part of everything, but you don't have to get hit. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Is that kind of the vibe you got? Because I mean, you weren't playing bench at Oklahoma State. You were at Iowa State. That is a top-notch D1 basketball program. But do you feel like you had it the best?
Oh, for sure, dude. I got to do all this, all like the perks. Yeah, come with me on the team. Yeah, I got all that, even though I didn't deserve any of it. But like all the cool, fun stuff, and like attention and notoriety and people doing nice things for you. Like I got to do all that stuff, and nobody was mad at me because I wasn't going in, like missing a game-winning shot, or like getting cooked on defense.
Yeah.
And if I went in and did bad, people would just laugh at me because they'd be like, he always does bad. So. It was just kind of fun, and like every time I would go in the game, I'd just be like, I'm just gonna literally just run around and have fun,
dude.
And if something cool happens, it happens. So
I'm just in disbelief that it wasn't you who dunked it, bro.
Dude, I can barely dunk.
You can barely dunk.
Yeah. A lot of people say I can't dunk. They're liars. I have multiple videos, but
there you go.
But yeah,
man. Because I will say, when I saw the video, I was like, bro. He was big. It definitely. Now thinking back, it definitely wasn't you. No. What number were you though?
23.
Okay, I swore it was number 23.
Yeah,
I swore it was 20. Maybe it's like 22. So why 23, Jordan?
So like when I was going there, they were like, "Dude, we have like these 5 numbers."
Yeah.
And all the numbers were terrible. Okay. Besides 23, so like cool.
What would you define as a terrible number?
Oh, it was like basketball numbers that aren't like super well known. Like especially in college, it'd be like. I want to say like 14, 15, like 34, 31.
So you said 34. That's Paul Pierce's number right there.
Yeah, which is super cool. But also if you're like a dude on the end of the bench.
No,
like,
most definitely.
You kind of want to have like at least an okay number.
I always went with 3 or 23. Those are definitely the ones.
And 3 was my number. 3 was my basketball number.
Oh really?
Yep. And so I was like, dude, 23 is the best I can do.
I don't know what's so cool about a 3, but that's my number, bro. That's our number.
Yeah, heck yeah.
That's legendary.
Yeah, man.
But that's sick. So transitioning from basketball, you get into the speaking world, and I just want to kind of ask you, what's some of the big challenges? I mean, I know we've had these conversations, but there's a lot of speakers that actually watch this podcast. So kind of just for maybe a young up and coming speaker or some big dog out there that might be watching this, listening to 2 kids that are still struggling a little bit with it. You know what I'm saying? What's a big struggle you've had to overcome in your early days?
I mean, just like knowing who to talk to. Like
who's the decision maker?
Yes. Yeah. Like I feel almost every time I'd speak to a company, especially if I'm doing my own outreach, which is a majority of the time for me, I'm just talking to the wrong person. Like, this person likes me, they like what I stand for, they like what I do, but they're like, hey, I'm not the person in charge of bringing in a speaker.
Yeah.
And so like learning, who to talk to. And in the beginning for me, it was really difficult to learn how to talk to like a high school sports team or a high school team, which I've kind of transitioned out of doing that. I still do some of that, but it's not really in my lane compared to like now I speak to like a lot of corporate people or like annual events or like singular businesses. And how do you talk to them? Because now I'm way younger than all of them. Yeah, definitely. And they're looking at me like, what's this punk going to tell me about this? You're going to tell me about leadership? We got 100 years of leadership in here. Yeah. And so that's where I can be better. And then, the easy thing for me is like, dude, when I get to go talk to like a high performing team, and I get to go talk to, a big time athletic program, it's like, dude, I can take the training wheels off. Oh yeah. You get to unleash. Yeah. And if you let me unlock a certain few choice words, I can be even more effective. Yeah. So learning that's been cool. And then also like, this has been the biggest struggle for me. how do you say, I'm good at what I do. You need to bring me in, but I cost X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
without being arrogant
Yeah.
and turning somebody away.
Exactly.
Because, yeah, dude, I want to do every speaking engagement I can do. But when you offer this, it's like, dude,
I'm driving up there. I'm just going to take a day of travel. Just, yeah.
I'm losing a day or two of travel, which means a day or two of working.
Yeah.
And the amount you're offering, dude, it's going to cost me more to eat, stay, and drive than that amount.
Exactly.
And but you want to do it for them because you don't speak for the money and you love them. And then you have other situations where you tell somebody what you think is a high number.
Yeah.
Like, I've never spoke for this much. Like, no way they'll say yes. And they're like, yeah,
you.
a minute later, absolutely. And you're like, dude, I could have asked him for 3 times more.
I'm telling you, bro.
And
exactly.
You don't know those things. And then also learning how to work with bureaus. Like, I'm a part of a bunch of different bureaus, which is basically like an agency. Like, they represent you. Some of them are like, dude, we'll get you as many gigs as possible. Some of them you have to like massage your relationship with them. Like you got to like really prove it to them. Like, you got to give them all these things. And you know, and then you're more so vetted because they already have their vetted people, which is totally understandable. And then some of them you just never hear from.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this person takes this percentage and they send me this much business. This person takes this much percentage. They send me no business.
Yeah.
This person takes this much percentage. I never hear from them. And this other person's telling me, I'll build your website. I'll do X, Y, and Z. I'll set you up. And they take a lesser percentage.
Exactly.
And you got to learn you got to learn that, I guess. So
see, bureau is something that I am not yet a part of, and that is one thing that I've really questioned recently, because while I've been struggling to get into a certain school district that I'm getting to go to, it's just like, man, the toughest part is proving that you're legit. And for me, I'm really focused on schools, school districts, and I understand from a principal's perspective, they bring in some dude that's gonna ruin their school's reputation. Yeah, they better be. I appreciate their ability to really vet me and really go in and really trying to understand what this is about. Yeah. But it gets to the point where it's like, okay, I've done all I can. What else can I do?
Yes,
bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
and I just
finally
think that,
worked out. But
well, yeah, and good for you.
Yeah, I didn't give up, but I feel like the energy I put into this district has taken me away from other opportunities. So it's like that's the balance that working with a bureau might really benefit me, because they would do all that dirty work.
Yes.
And also they already have the proven reputation.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I've really had on my mind recently about speaking. Yeah,
and like with these bureaus is like, a lot of these people when they're looking for a new speaker, it's like pure luck if they find me or you. It's pure luck.
Yeah, for real.
And they'll just be like, oh my gosh, I know this kid. I can't believe he speaks. Yes, I'll bring him in.
Yeah.
The majority of these people go through the bureaus. Yeah. And the bureaus send their best people out. Like the people who are their best, who have had great work with them, who are professional, who say yes to a lot of things. Yeah. And so that's like the advantage of the bureau. Now, what's like interesting about, you're talking about like your struggle trying to get in somewhere. I feel the same way. Because whether I want to admit it or not, or accept it, when people look at me to speak or look at you to speak, they're like, this is a 23-year-old kid.
Oh, most definitely.
This 25-year-old kid. Yeah. But what they don't realize is like, I'm effing good at what I do. And like, I'm a pro.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Like the way I communicate is professional. Yeah. The way I prepare is professional.
Yes.
When I show up, I get it done.
Yes. They also don't see that 24/7 we are thinking about, how do I better my program?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
How do I get better? They don't understand after every single time you have a video, you rewatch it and you cringe the whole time. You're like, I can't believe I said that.
Yes,
ooh,
exactly.
I could do that better, or this hit. They don't understand. It's not that they don't understand. So I'm the victim. It's just, how do you as a speaker understand that and then help that grow?
Most definitely.
Because, dude, I heard this the other day and I love it. A lot of people like to complain about the rules of the game. Yeah, they like to complain about them. Yeah. This has happened in the game, and the ref did this or whatever, the game of life, right? Exactly. How about you get your butt inbounds, you learn where the inbounds are, and you get good at the game.
That's it.
And
that's it.
That's what I'm trying to learn with speaking. Like, I could say all these things of, I don't get this opportunity because of this guy. I mean, and honestly, I've done web seminars with the best of the best.
Yeah.
And I've done, and I've listened to the best people speak, and I've seen the books, and I've seen all these things, and some of these people are legit.
Yeah.
And they rock, and they're better than me.
That's it.
Some of these people, I'm like, dude, they did, X amount of speaking gigs this year. This is their client list. This is the amount they made. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. And, I can either sit there and be like, woe is me, this is not happening for me, or I can learn this outreach, or I can put this stuff into AI, or I can ask for a phone number, or I can make a call. Like the other day, I got done with a speech at a hotel. There was a building across the street. It was like, this would be a perfect association to speak to. I walked in, met the guy. I was like, hello, nice to meet you. Met him. I was like, this is all my contact information. I'd love to speak to you guys at your conference. I just spoke to this person's conference today. They reach out to me a week later. Hey, we'd love to set up a Zoom call with you. Like doing small stuff like that.
Exactly.
Walking in there, wearing sweats and a hoodie.
Yeah.
You can still get it done.
Yeah.
And there's never been a better time to be alive, because
that's it.
Everybody just wants to, this doesn't happen for me, and this person has that. And again, I do it. You do it. Bro, when we post social media stuff, we're posting the best stuff.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm not going to post this terrible morning I just had.
Yeah, you're not going to post the text log from you getting rejected. You're going to post the compliment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's it.
And so a lot of people, we get stuck in this, we just get stuck in this way of all these good things are happening for this person. It never happens for me. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You got to go make it happen.
Most definitely.
And the more it's like a snowball effect. Like, you are who you say you are. You wake up at the time you say you will.
Yep.
You eat, drink, and work out to say you will. You treat people to say you will, the way that you say you will. And then whatever your goal is, whatever keeps you up at night, you just go attack it.
Most definitely.
And then when you do that over and over again, it becomes, you programmed yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I am who I say I am. I love the grind. Let's go.
Exactly.
And I think just as much as, you showing me your calendar back here, like, of all the success you have on this calendar, it's awesome. It's great.
Yeah.
If I was to guess, all that empty stuff is what excites you more.
Most definitely, bro. Most definitely.
You're like,
for sure.
This month I'm crushing. I'm gonna crush next month.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how I felt in January. Like January ended, and actually what you said earlier was perfect. How you said, I'm here right now, but tonight I'm not thinking about this. I'm thinking about what's next. That's how I felt. I spoke at this school named Archie. Shout out Archie. That was maybe my favorite one yet.
Yeah.
But the second it ended, I'm like already on to like, I got to get this post edited and ready because I got another one tomorrow. Like I'm already like, boom, on to the next.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something when you said that earlier, I was like, that is the way it kind of is. We're always like trying to fill those empty calendars and stuff.
Yep.
So then you got to find the balance of still pouring into the people of your past engagements, past gigs. And then another thing for me, dude, I had a school reach out to me April 1st. I'm going there April 1st. It's in Iowa. So I kind of, it's kind of worked out nice because I get to go to Iowa State myself. Let's go the next day. So it was a perfect timing thing. But this school in Iowa, dude, they basically sent me the response saying, hey, this is confirmed. Can you just give me this information? And I had been spending so much time trying to get in other districts. I forgot to send him the information. We're still over a month out. Yeah. But he had to send me a follow-up. Yeah. And that's like those little things of professionalism because we are young. So we got to go above and beyond on professionalism. You know what I'm saying?
Otherwise, you ruin it for the next person after you. Yeah. Like, I'm not letting a young guy come in again, or you ruin it for yourself or your professionalism. And I love also what you said of like, I have this one. So what I've really tried to learn, and I've really tried to use all the resources available that I can. And I started doing this with clients. Like, look, this person wants me to come speak. It's a 5-hour drive. Yeah. And this place is not even anywhere close to an airport. Yeah. And neither am I. Like, we're an hour from the airport right now.
And you're probably not paying me enough for a flight anyways.
Yes. Yeah. So, hey, I'll come speak to you at this place. Well, now, either the day before, the day of, or the next day, let's say I'm going to go speak to an association. Could be any association. Yeah. Now I'm like, who's the local bank? Yeah. Who's the local high school? Do they have a community college? Now, and then I call them or I email them. And, this person's offering me this rate that's like my rate. Yeah. Now with these people, I'm like, let's say I'm speaking at 9:30 and I got another one that day at 4:00 and I'm in this place I don't know. I don't want to be in Starbucks for the next 6 hours.
Exactly. Just go do it.
Yeah. So now I'll be like, hey, I'll come speak to you. and I'll give them a super fair rate to where
Yeah.
they're like, dude, absolutely.
For sure.
Well, now you go do that twice, and since you're offering such a discount, you're not really doing it for the money.
Exactly.
What you're really doing is you're building your outreach.
Yeah.
Because you're getting more done.
Yeah.
So instead of just giving one speech this 5-hour place away, you give 6.
Yeah.
Well, that's 5 more reps. I mean, it's just like when you do anything. It's like when you play golf, when you work out, when you do anything, man, the more reps you have, like when you're studying,
for sure.
the better you get. And so now, it looks like, oh, this year I was just going to have, 4 in March. Well, now I'm really only speaking 4 days in March, but every day I'm speaking 3 times a day.
That's it, dude.
And
that's legendary.
Learning how to set that up and how to get better. And then also like the third speech of the day. Oh, dude, it's like, it's so easy.
Oh yeah.
Like, man,
yeah.
I'm like, just get better.
Just killing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So learning that's been cool too.
That's fire.
So,
All right,
yeah.
I want to give us one last quarter. It's like a hockey game. We got our
Okay.
first half, second period.
Okay.
Gonna do a third period. I
All
gotta
right.
switch that camera one
All
more
right.
time.
All right.
All right, here we go.
All right. Let's do this.
We'll wrap it up soon. I kind of didn't realize it was 3:53. I don't have anything to do, but
All good, bro.
Macy just got home. I try to be home every day by like, she gets home at 3:30. So like,
Yeah.
my goal is to be home by the time she gets home, but
Yeah.
doesn't always happen.
Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah. Get home and then I ain't done working yet, but a lot of my job, like, we're back, by the way. A lot of my job is like, because I still do roofing.
Yeah.
I go do all the roofs, but then I just don't do any of the reports because
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to get this done. So I'll just cycle through them. I hope my boss isn't watching, but
Yeah.
cycle through them as quick as possible.
Yeah.
And then I just go home and write the reports. So like, I normally could get home by 3:30.
Yeah.
But dude, that's one thing about speaking for me that I didn't realize like was gonna be a thing was I'd be missing home, bro. I've never
Yeah.
traveled like that because
Yeah.
you probably are used to it.
Yeah.
You're used to that,
Yeah.
bro. Me, not at all, dude. I went up to Nebraska the other day and like, I don't know, I got some separation anxiety from my wife. Like I'm like, I don't want to leave, man.
Yeah.
But then when I get on the road, I'm like, let's freaking go. This is gonna be legendary. But
yeah.
yeah.
I'm just I've been fortunate to just travel so much my whole life.
Yeah,
And
for
now I'm
sure.
just like my fiance, she's like a homebody. Like she might not leave the house for like 2 or 3 days.
yeah,
and me, I'm like, I gotta be gone from the house 2 or 3 times every day.
Yeah.
Otherwise I go crazy. So that's one thing I really like about it is just getting to travel.
yeah,
So
for
the,
sure.
The driving's not cool. It's not good on your car though.
Yeah,
but-
no,
yeah.
dude. Yeah, my car's on its last leg,
Me
bro.
too, bro.
It's got something wrong. I don't know what's wrong
Yeah.
with it, but
Why do you think we're speaking, bro?
yeah, exactly, bro. We gotta get that real estate locked down first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
get the car situation figured
Heck
out.
yeah, bro.
Hopefully
Yeah.
hopefully it lasts that long.
Yeah.
That Dallas trip at the end of the month,
Yeah.
if I actually make it there,
Yeah.
God is blessing us
Yep,
because I don't know
yep.
what's gonna be going down.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, dude. All right. So what's like the most rewarding speaking engagement? Is there one that sticks out to you
Oh,
as
man.
the top dog?
Oh, so the one I did the other day at Iowa State was pretty cool, but I would honestly say this past year I spoke to the Kansas football team,
Yeah.
and during the summer, and it was my first time in the building since I had quit. And like a lot of stuff had changed, but some of the stuff was new, and it's also my first time seeing guys they were old teammates or old coaches.
Yeah.
And they knew me to be I was crying because I was quitting.
Yeah.
Crying in the office, mentally weak. And I'm not saying because you cry you're mentally weak. but
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but I was, mentally weak and selfish, and a lot about me and just kind of the journey I had already talked about, and then getting to speak to them and literally having so many guys come up to me, and I'm trying to have a personal conversation with all these guys.
Yeah.
But they're all busy. Like they have their next thing they need to go do. Because, 45 minutes this, 45 minutes that.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I'm trying to dap everybody up and be cool with everybody. And then I'm like, dude, I can't talk to everybody at one time. But I just remember one of my old teammates coming up to me, and we were never cool. Like I would never say I disliked this guy, but we were never homies.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't think he didn't really. I would assume he didn't really respect me very much. But he just came up to me. He's like, honestly, bro, when you came in and talked today, I was like, bro, what is this guy going to talk about?
Yeah.
Like, why am I even here listening to you? And then afterwards, she's like, dude, it was great. Like, I'm so proud of you. And then, you know, I spoke to the strength staff and the strength coach, and he was like, you know, best visual looking presentation by far.
Yeah.
And it's like, when I brought you in, like, I'm not going to say you're the best speaker we've ever had, but you're 10 times better than I thought you were going to be.
Yeah.
And you were great. Like, you have a way. And that was also just so rewarding for me, because like getting to come back full circle.
For sure,
you know,
bro.
like 4 years later.
Yeah.
And like after growth and setback and, you know, just hard thing after hard thing, like that was really big for me.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I've had a couple moments like that as well recently.
Yeah.
Just some full circle moments. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, like the video you posted the other day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one specifically was. Oh, that engagement. That was my number one.
Yeah.
That, if you want to know my number one, it was
Yeah.
Rapex South Middle School, because that was the building I was in whenever it all went down, and you know what I'm saying. So that was a crazy talk, because you know, normally I'm saying, you know, I was in school. That day I said I was in this building down that hall.
Yeah.
I walked down this hall. I walked out those, like, dude, and the kids. It was not afternoon, because it was a half day, but it was the end of the half day going into a 4.5 day weekend. So they were all crazy, but bro, they were locked in.
Oh.
So it's that energy of like, if I say a joke, everybody's dying laughing. But if I'm saying something serious, there was none of that like tiredness. I don't know if have you spoken to a student body like that?
Dude, I've spoken to many student bodies, and actually,
So you know how it is.
bro, I actually, you know, and I don't want to like turn away potential business, but I tell people now, like, I won't speak to your high school. Like, and, you know, and if I do speak to your high school, I know you guys have a limited budget. It's going to be higher than that.
Yeah.
Because every time I go in, and this is nothing on anybody, but, you know, I would say like 90% of the students are great.
Oh, yeah.
And they're focused. And then of that 90%, I would say 5 to 10 kids are like, this dude is speaking my language.
Yeah.
Like, I love this. Like I'm locked in. Like, I want to get better. Like, I really care about this stuff. Like, you know, I want to better my life. And then you just have the kids who are just high school kids. Like, they're just young.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're making jokes or doing TikTok dances, or they're being loud.
During your talk.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, you know, now you're kind of ruining it for everybody else around you.
Yeah.
And so, like, when that first happened to me, I was like, you know, how can I take this time to get better?
Yeah.
Because this is my first time in audience being just kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
how do I get better through this?
Yeah.
And then after that talk, actually the school administrators and people who brought me in, they were like, we are so sorry.
Yeah.
Like we are so sorry about their behavior. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's just one school. The last 4 or 5 schools I've spoke to have all been like that.
Yeah.
So now I'm just
They're all like that.
Yeah. So now I'm like, you know, instead of just speaking to the student body, maybe just speak to the kids who like really want to be there.
Yeah.
Like whether it's like the student leadership team or it's a specific sports team or whatever the case may be. Like, because some of those kids in there, they don't care about what we have to say.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Because I've been that kid when a speaker comes in, I don't care what this dude has to say either. Yeah. So that was a thing I noticed, because I got booked to go on that speaking tour back in September. Yeah. And now those were small town schools, but even at the small town schools, there was a part in my talk I just noticed. The front part, I'm telling my story. Everyone's locked in. And you know, when I tell that story, people are like, oh my gosh, like this is real. Yeah. But then I start talking about the stuff I learned and the quote unquote the boring stuff, you know, the important stuff, but to a 14-year-old kid, they'd call it, this is the boring stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It doesn't hit the same. So basically, that tour taught me that there was just a part in my presentation that needed something, bro. So what I did was, I don't know if you see me getting dragged across the floor in the tour. I was like, I'm going to just do that visual representation. Yeah. Basically, do you know what I do? No, but I've seen, I see, yes, tell me. Yeah, so here's what I do, bro. So there's a part in the presentation where I talk about, like, you need to feel your emotions and not just suppress them. And then, like, you know, obviously, it's one thing to talk about that, but then I really try to tell kids, like, what are some strategies? So the big thing I say is you need to reach out to people. You can't go through this alone. So I say, I need 3 volunteers. Yeah. Well, 3 kids. It's literally back there. Let's talk about 3 volunteers. So they get on that side, and I'm like, for just the sake of the demonstration, these 3 represent some hard times, some adversity we go through. And I represent myself trying to do it with my own strength, don't need any help. Let's see what happens. Yeah. And I tell them, like, go extra hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they freaking drag me across the floor. And then even the kid that doesn't care about the talk,
is going to be laughing and engaged in that part of it.
Yes, it's
And
so smart.
Yeah, dude.
Good
And then
on
I'm
you.
like, you know what? Let's run this back, but I need 3 volunteers to help me. I need the principal. I need a teacher. Next thing you know, we just drag them across the floor.
Yeah.
And basically that gets everyone in the room because there's always that 10% that, and I probably was part of that 10% at one point in my life. Like honestly, before Kyle passed away and all that, if a mental health presenter came in, I wouldn't give 2 dangs, bro.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like full transparency, I would not care. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? So I understand these kids. So I'm trying to think when I was that kid, what would get that version of myself engaged?
Yes.
So that right there will get them re-engaged in the part because for me, everyone in the beginning is locked in for about 10 minutes. But it's a 30-minute talk.
Yeah.
And so when they start getting disengaged, that activity gets popped in. So they get re-engaged.
Yeah.
And then the last 5 minutes of my talk is kind of meant to get a little crazy. So it just works out great. It just works out great. So I don't know. I've tailored my presentation because earlier you said you're just kind of you'll do anybody. I'll do anybody. Yeah. Especially if they're paying. I'll do anybody. I'll do anybody regardless, but I am running after these high schools because I feel like I've developed a program essentially that is top. I think it's one of the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I haven't been a part of a ton of other programs and seen what a lot of other people are doing, but for high school, middle schools, I feel like what has been created is actually very beneficial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I think it would be beneficial for a bank potentially.
Yeah.
But I would just say, bro, if you ever have a school that's like, oh, we just want a full school assembly, maybe be like my boy Foster.
Yeah.
And if I ever get a bank, I'm gonna be like, I'll do it, but I got my boy Conrad this way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
And that's been like something I've had to learn, like, so for instance, the other day I spoke to a bank and I spoke to a school and then I spoke to a fraternity, but it was really just like a sports locker room.
Yeah.
And which was great. So, when I'm at the bank, I'm not going to cuss very much.
Yeah.
And and I'll be pretty personal, pretty vulnerable, but it's going to last like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, open up for some questions.
Yeah.
But all those people are older, professional,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's like, they have a kid who's my age.
Yeah.
A grandkid who's my age.
Yeah.
So, learning how to do that. And then when I go speak to a high school, I'm going to make it super application based.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like, super interactive, kind of the different and opposite of what you do. Like like I've noticed it when I'm super interactive in that space, I can't get their focus back. Like, boom, I make a joke or I ask for the audience help, and it's like now they're just talking for the next like 3 minutes.
For sure. You make a joke and it's like all heck breaks loose.
Yes. So I've really had to learn like application based, but then also how to make it shorter. Like these grown professionals are used to sitting in hour-long meetings. These kids are not used to it. So
definitely.
How do I make the speech 35 minutes, 40 minutes? And then when I go speak to some like a locker room where I can take the training wheels off.
Oh, it's game on.
Oh, and I can use certain things just make your focus a little better.
Definitely, I understand, bro.
But and then when I can go do that, it's like, ooh, now we're getting after it. And
definitely.
So I've also learned how to tailor my message, and I have multiple different presentations and different keynotes.
Yeah.
I never really give the same thing. It's all different.
Yeah.
And it's also tailored to them. So like I'll have them fill out like a form, like your name, contact information, your event date, event size, audience. Tell me about the audience.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I have people say like this, we're a no fluff crew. I'm like, perfect.
Let's get it.
F-word's coming out. No, I try not to, but no, it's actually.
But you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So I was going to speak the other day, and my fiance, she came with me. She got to watching, and I was like, babe, I'm not gonna say that word one time. That's my goal. So I do the speech. I think it was pretty good, and I get in the car, and I'm like, babe, I did it. I didn't say the F word one time. She's like, you said it 4 times.
No way. Oh
so,
my goodness.
So like just, I've definitely taken back on that one, but just learning how to like get better at it and tailor it. And so like, the audience, tell me about the audience, super professional.
Yeah.
I've had people be like, our audience is at the pinnacle of where they want to be at. Like these are all vice presidents, CFO, COO, CEO.
Wow.
Like, what are you going to tell them? Like, you can't come in here and be like, it's about the grind. All these people are like, dude, I'm 60 and, you know,
yeah,
I'm
been
going to
grinding.
Yeah, I'm going to Arizona for the next 6 months to live in my other house.
Yeah.
Okay. So like, how do you make them stress the importance of like paying it forward?
Yeah.
Like, you know, actually life is not all about you. And just because you've made it to the very end and the very top and you're the leader, well, part of leadership is about legacy.
Definitely.
The reason why Nick Saban is the greatest coach of all time is because all of his coaches
That's it.
coached in the college football playoff last year.
Yeah.
The reason why you never heard of this coach and he has no legacy is because his guys who came up after him, they didn't learn anything. They didn't get any better. Is that the type of leader you are?
Yeah.
Like getting to like learn that.
Wow, dude. I was going to ask. I was like, how do you do it? But yeah, that's true. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then especially like, it's like, say I'm speaking to like in a, you know, a more experienced crew. I'll tell this story. So throughout the dawn of time, there's been 100 billion humans who've been born. 100 billion.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what does it mean to live a life?
Gosh.
What does it mean to live a life? Like, man, that guy lived or she lived. What does it mean?
I guess if you asking me, bro, I would result to a Christian answer. You know what I'm saying? You know, to love God and to make Him known. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. And you know, everybody has a different answer on it.
Most definitely.
And you know, and maybe society is like, you're the president, you're Taylor Swift. You know, 1,000 years ago you conquered Rome. Like you have all the money, like you lived. And what I really have boiled it down to is because not all 100 billion people live. It's impossible.
That's the truth.
And so what I've boiled it down to is two things. The first thing is you give back.
Mm-hmm.
Like no matter where you started, you make it better than you found it. Like, you know, for you, like when you started at Ray Peck, you know, you were just doing your thing. And now look at all the good you do in the community of Kansas City. Look at all the awareness that you raise. Look at all the tips that you give. Look at all the freaking brand, the movement. So you're giving back. And that's why I try to do is speaking, try to give back to other people the lessons they've learned. And the second thing is you're a constant learner. Mm-hmm. You're not an I know type of person. I am who I am. I can't stand people like that. Mm-hmm. You know, I've always done it this way. Like when you're coaching somebody hard and you're teaching somebody something and they roll their eyes and they're like, psh, no, he ain't talking to me. That's not the type of person you are.
Most definitely.
If you're 72-year-old grandma and, you know, you've never played the guitar before, you pick that thing up, you learn how to shred. And so like when I speak to, you know, older talks and people like that, I'm like, you know, is that the type of person you are? Like, can we do those two things? And so that's been a good thing to learn. And then also just, again, back to the form of like, you know, then they're telling me like location or like, you know, like their budget. So it just makes everything super streamlined. Mm-hmm. And I actually still have from you with your website. And so it's a tip I learned from you.
You know what's going on, man. Self-taught.
So, but yeah, that's just, I guess that's just both us rambling. So
let's go, man. That's fire. Okay. I don't want to take all your time. We need to run this back one day, by the way.
Absolutely.
Like maybe do an update like into the school year or something. So it is 4:10.
Yep.
Just want to ask you one last question. If we never get the chance to run it back, maybe the podcast, maybe YouTube gets deleted and there's no more podcasts. What would you leave the people with? Oh,
it's my favorite thing to tell every speaking audience, every person is, you know, no matter who you are watching this, you've roughly gone through, let's just say 10,000 hard things. Okay. So failed a test. You know, you were late for something. You didn't get a bill paid on time. Somebody broke your heart. You had a bad day at work. You had a bad game. You hurt somebody's feelings. You made a mistake.
The city of Raymore shut down your pop-up.
Yes, some sort of hard thing has happened to you. It's really 10,000 times.
Yeah.
So the next time something hard comes your way, why would you ever get flustered by it? Mm-hmm. Why would you let that bother you? Mm-hmm. Bring that shit on. Yeah. Come get some.
Yeah.
And really, because you are tougher than you think you are, you're smarter than you think you are, you're stronger than you think you are. And if you can just eliminate all that, you're going to war with yourself in the glass every day.
Yeah.
If you can eliminate all that other BS that you put in there on yourself, which is your own fear, your own doubt, your own anxiety. And guess what? I do it more than anybody. I have so much fear, doubt, anxiety. I'm scared of a majority of things. Mm-hmm. I obsess about so many things. I try to control everything in my life. Yeah. And, you know, those are detriments to who I am. But at the end of the day, when that next hard thing shows up, bring it on. Mm-hmm. Lean into it. And then the more you do that, you'll become the person you want to be. You'll have the success that you want to have. You'll start to live the life you want to live, because just very similar to what you talk about is we only got one life.
Yeah.
Like, it's guaranteed you will die.
Yeah.
Everything else it's pretty much a maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you just start today, right now, and that's what I learned in Colorado. Like, I'm not going to wait until this time when everything's right to be who I want to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to take calculated risks. I'm going to learn I'm stronger than I am. And you got to love yourself. You got to give yourself grace. And this kind of goes on to like this finish. This will wrap it all up. So the human beings are the only mammal that pays for a deed more than once. So every other animal will make a mistake or something bad will happen to that animal and they're guilty for it one time.
Yeah.
Humans over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And especially men, you have this moral dilemma. You did something bad. You fell short. You have some sort of guilt or shame. You're the judge, jury, and executioner.
Mm-hmm.
And then you give yourself this sentence, but you don't ever pay it.
Yeah.
And it lingers forever.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you got to create your own defense team. You don't make an excuse, but in reality, we all make decisions to find comfort, to find our peace.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes those are bad decisions. Okay, why did I do these things? This is my execution. This is my sentence. I pay it. I'm done.
Yeah.
If you can become that type of person, you are going to become resilient.
Most
and you're going to
definitely.
move forward.
Yeah.
And you're not going to linger. And you're going to get shit done. And you're going to be
Mhm.
able to get better. And you're going to be freaking hyped up.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, that's what I would leave you all with today.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Dude.
Thank you so much, though, for real.
Bro, thank you.
Yeah. Appreciate you, bro.
I will say this. We're going to do a podcast season starting at that event. The first episode will be a live episode.
Yeah,
It's going to be called the Youth Wellness Podcast Season, right?
Love that.
If you want to be a guest on there, let's
Absolutely.
run this back.
Let's
because
do
I
it.
think we talked about your story today.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And now the people know you. And I think
Yeah.
that people are going to want you to come back. I know I want you to come
Yep.
back. And I want to just talk about, because there's so much more we could have got into. I want to
Yeah.
talk about that your ability to be self-aware,
Yep.
eliminate excuses, eliminate, just accept the reality of where you were
Yeah.
at in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's so important for the youth to know at a younger age. I wish I
Yep.
would have known it sooner.
Oh, me
You
too.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
I mean, both of us would not be here right now.
I'm
We'd be on
telling you.
TED Talk. So, yeah. I appreciate you, bro.
For real, bro.
Thank
Hey,
you,
apparently
man.
you pay for a tech talk, by the way.
Maybe someday.
That's a whole yeah.
Yeah.
That you pay.
That's crazy.
That's a whole different thing.
But it's
All right.
great publicity. So.
For sure, it is. Love
Thank
you guys. I'll catch y'all
Appreciate
later.
it. Yeah. Oh, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.